everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I am holding everyone accountable. Okay, I know that was a bit ominous, but no, here's the thing. I'm doing this video so that you can hold me accountable. Today we are talking about series that I have started and I have not finished, and my goal is to finish them before the end of the year. I will have them all read by the end of the year. Now, to be clear, I am only talking about series that I have previously started and have not finished, not series that I want to start for 2023, but series that I need to complete and check off my list for 2023. The good news is, while I was researching this, I realized I don't have a lot of these, but some of these do have like follow-up series, so I'm in this dilemma of, oh my god, am I gonna need to read those too, or do I want to read those, or it's a lot. That's the big thing about being a reader. Do I want to read a standalone, or do I want to get sucked into another series? If I don't marathon that series, if available, I run into this type of thing. But I do have a caveat to this. If it is a full-length series, like let's say the Off Balance series, and that series is out, it is available, there's no we're waiting on all these books, then I will binge that, because I just need to stay in that so that I'm not forgetting anything or have to go back and read anything. I will stay with those two characters. This is not that. These are interconnected series where you can stop and go as you wish. You can pick up book 3 first and then go back to book 1. Although my brain and myself will not let me do that, but you could do that. They are about individual characters. So that is basically what this is. Interconnected series that I just need to finish. Get it off my list and checked so that I can move on. So I just want to be cognizant of what I'm doing, and maybe once I can get this under wraps, then if I do start another series and I want to continue and read more, then I just need to do that quicker than I did here. Right? Okay. So let's get into it. First series that I am itching to finish is the Brutal Birthright series by Sophie Lark. I'm actually not doing so bad for this one. I have read 5 of the 6, so I do need to read Heavy Crown. This is Sebastian's story, which is Ada, Dante, and Nero's brother. This one I am looking forward to because we don't get a ton from Sebastian in the previous 5 books. We get little snippets of him, which is actually a lot less than we were getting from the other siblings when it was somebody else's book. That even makes sense. But even though we were getting these small snippets of Sebastian, there were these underlying hints of this sultry boy who is pretty much now a man and has become a little bit rough and a little bit harder because of the events in the first book. So Sebastian has me curious, and I really feel like I can get this one brushed off pretty quickly. The next series that I want to finish is the Born in Blood Mafia series by Cora Reilly. For this one, I have read 5 of the 8 books. I know that the next book goes back to our first couple, who is Arya and Luca, and I am really excited about that because they are one of my favorite couples. And then after that, we have another book with our second couple, who is Dante and Valentina, and then it is an anthology with all of our couples so far in the series. After I finish the 8th book, I can always continue on with the Chronicles, which is a spin-off of the Born in Blood Mafia series. This one dives into the Mafia in Las Vegas, whereas with the Born in Blood, you're in New York and Chicago. I do think at some point I will read this. If I don't read the full Kimura series, I know that I will at least probably read that first book because it is about Fabiano, which is the girl's brother, and he's all grown up, and I kind of want to see what happened to him. My next series is the Fallen Men series by Giana Darling. I have only read 2 books out of this series so far, and there are 6 altogether. I have really enjoyed the first 2 books in this series, which follow King and Zeus, and I am anxious to dive into the rest of these couples. I just, like, where do you find the time? There's so much to read, and I definitely am a mood reader. I think maybe in, like, some of these instances, maybe I should push myself to continue on a little bit further because, I mean, this just gets out of hand. It really does. There are a few more things that I do want to read from Giana Darling as well. I've really enjoyed her writing. I want to read that, what was it? I have it here. The Anti-Heroes Duet. I most definitely want to read that. It looks really good. If you've read that one, let me know your thoughts down below. My next series that I want to finish is the Devil Knight series by Penelope Douglas. When I was researching for this video, I was a little irritated with myself that I haven't finished this. and I thought that I got further than I actually did, and I'm quite upset with myself. I really am. I can't believe that I haven't finished this one. I started reading the series in 2020, and I was in the middle of the second book, I believe, when I stopped reading or listening. So anyway, there is essentially 4 books in this series, and then there's 2 novellas. I don't know why I didn't finish it, because here's the thing. I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't continue on with the series if I didn't want to read it, because it's been so long, and I do remember quite a bit. However, I'm going to start this one from scratch, I believe. And because I was middle way through the second one, I really don't think that it's that big of a deal for me to just start with the first one again and then, complete the series. But essentially, this is about 4 guys, and each book is their story. They are basically like gods of this town. They run the town, they run the school, and their night is the eve of Halloween. They call it Devil's Night, and they always do something big on that night. And it's not necessarily good shit that they do. There is one guy in their group that is a bit more deranged and unhinged than the rest of them. Anyway, on one Devil's Night, when they're in high school, some shit goes south, and 3 of them end up in prison, and they are out, and they are seeking revenge on those that have wronged them, and that's essentially how the series starts. For this, it is totally dark and sexy, and I'm just wondering what me 3 years ago was thinking. Like, why didn't you finish this, Jen? Like, I don't know. I have no answer for you. I don't know, but I will finish it, and I will do it before the end of the year. The next series that I want to finish this year, I have a like-hate relationship with, and it is the Addicted Callaway series by Krista and Becca Ritchie. Oh, this series. You guys know I am struggling with this. I've gotten 3 books in. There's 10 books. There's 10 books. I've gotten 3 done so far, and it's taking me forever to do. It's like this hate. I don't understand the hype relationship. I mean, I don't. At this point, I don't, because Lily and me, we just don't connect. I don't like her. She pisses me off. I'm embarrassed for her. I just don't like her. But I am hoping that Daisy and or Rose can kind of bring this series back for me. I'm hoping. I am going to give it a try. I'm not going to push myself to finish this series if I read Daisy and or Rosa's story and I just can't get on board, then I will have to DNF the series. I'm gonna give it a shot though, guys. I really am. I know that the next book is with Daisy and Reich, but I honestly would prefer it if it was Rose. I'm really intrigued by Rose. I think that she's gonna be one of my favorites. I don't know. I've liked her character the most so far in this series, so I don't know. Like I said, if I get too far and I will DNF the series just like I did with Magnolia Parks and her Band of Idiots, because no. And the last series that I want to finish for this year is the Dyer Trilogy by Hodgkin. I talked about this one previously. I've read 2 books. There are 3 books. It's a trilogy. But I read them in 2016 and 2017, and then for whatever reason, I never picked up the last book, and I don't know why. I do remember really liking this. However, this was when I was heavy in my YA phase, but I do remember liking the concept and really liking the storyline. And then she also has this love interest in Noah Shaw, and I remember really liking Noah. Again, with this one, because it has been so incredibly long since I read the first 2, I will be reading the full trilogy as a whole when I do pick it up. This one will be interesting, though, because again, I read it when my book tastes were a bit different, so I'm really interested to see if I still have the same feelings towards the series or what. I don't know. I guess we'll find out when I do read it, and of course, I'll let you know. And there you have it. That's it. Those are the series that I have previously started before this year and have not finished. And I plan on finishing it for 2023. And I'm looking to you to hold me accountable to make sure that I do this, because I don't want them on my list anymore. I don't want to roll into another year with these on my list. I can't. I won't. It ain't gonna happen. And to make sure that this doesn't happen again, I need to make sure that I'm better at completing my shit. Finish your shit, Jen. Finish it. Okay, but seriously, are you like me? Do you have interconnected series that you just haven't finished, or do you care to finish them? What are they? I'm interested. Better yet, maybe don't tell me, because then I might be intrigued to pick up another series, and I can't do that until I finish this shit. But that is going to do it for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, so you can see more content from me. And until next time, happy reading. Bye.